Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Susan every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
AFP ready to accept U.S. assistance for West Philippine Sea resupply missions. 8 ID rescues and treats wounded guerrilla after Northern Summer encounter. More than 1 million workers benefit from Dole's livelihood grants. COMELEC issues rules on digital campaign for the upcoming 2025 elections.
Good day everyone, as well to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo, Quezon City. Today is Thursday, September 19. We'll bring you the latest news from the armed forces and other information around the Philippines. I am Ralph Suzon for AFP Community News.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for the brief overview of our stories, the Armed Forces of the Philippines is prepared to accept United States assistance in resupply missions to the West Philippine Sea if the government decides to do so. In a press briefing at Camp Aguinaldo, Quezon City, Philippine Navy spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea Rear Admiral Roy Vincent Trinidad stated that this is one of the options available to policy leaders. The AFP will implement whatever decision is made. Earlier, the United States Indo-Pacific Command had offered to assist with the delivery of supplies if needed.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines assured that the troops stationed at the BRP Sierra Madre in Ayungin should have sufficient supplies, addressing concerns about possible repeat of the BRP Teresa Magbanwa supplies shortage. Philippine Navy spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea Rear Admiral Roy Vincent Trinidad confirmed that the soldiers on board are in good condition. He added that there is an adequate supply of water, food, and medicine for the troops, and despite the tensions in the West Philippine Sea, their morale remains high.
Armed Forces Radio.
We have a report coming in about OPAPRU holds Kapistahan sa Maynila exhibit at Trinoma. Going for the details, Bea.
The Office of the Presidential Advisor for Peace, Reconciliation, and Unity is holding the Kapistahan sa Maynila exhibit at the Trinoma Activity Center in Quezon City. The exhibit is part of the activities celebrating the 20th anniversary of National Peace Consciousness Month. It highlights the vital role of peace champions in transforming former conflict-affected communities toward peace and development. The event is open to the public, featuring various booths showcasing local products from OPAPRU-supported communities. The activity began last Tuesday and will conclude today. This is Beatrice reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Bea.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines emphasized that China does not control Sabina Shoal even after the Philippine Coast Guard's BRP Teresa Magbanwa left the area. In a press briefing at Camp Aguinaldo, Quezon City, Philippine Navy spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea Rear Admiral Roy Vincent Trinidad stated that the presence of numerous Chinese vessels at Sabina Shoal is illegal. While he did not comment on a possible takeover by China, he assured that the AFP has contingency plans for any situation. Rear Admiral Trinidad also clarified that the withdrawal of the BRP Teresa Magbanwa does not affect the Philippines' ability to monitor Sabina Shoal, as there are various methods to keep an eye on the area and the entire West Philippine Sea.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Troops from 8th Infantry Division rescued and treated the wounded guerrilla following a recent encounter in Las Navas, Northern Samar. The guerrilla known as alias Bentoy was among 14 armed men who engaged soldiers in a firefight in Barangay Mabini. Although he and his comrades initially fled, pursuing soldiers found him in Barangay Lacandula. The troops treated Bentoy's leg wound before transporting him to Catubig District Hospital. According to Brigadier General Efren Morados, the commander of 8030 Infantry Brigade, after receiving assistance, he surrendered to authorities. From First CRG, let us hear some information from Meljoy about fleeing rebels left to lifeless CTG after an encounter with government troops in Peña Blanca, Cagayan. Let's go back to the report of Meljoy for another information and update. Following successful operations that neutralized 11 rebels and recovered weapons in Surigao del Sur, Eastern Mindanao Command Commander Lieutenant General Luis Rex Bergante urged the remaining New People's Army members to lay down their arms and embrace peace. The joint operation, led by the 401st Infantry Brigade of Joint Task Force Diamond, with support from the Philippine Air Force, resulted in encounters from September 7 to 9 in Sitio Tubod, Barangay Bolhoon, San Miguel, Surigao del Sur. It led to the neutralization of 11 Communist New People's Army terrorists and the recovery of 11 high-powered firearms and 6 anti-personnel mines. Moreover, Lieutenant General Bergante reiterated the ISMENCOM's offer of rehabilitation, reintegration, and livelihood programs to those who choose to re-enter society and pursue peace lives. Let's go back to the report of Maljoy from First CRG regarding some info about the fleeing rebels left to lifeless CTGs after an encounter with government troops in Peña Blanca, Cagayan. For our national news, over 1 million informal sector workers have benefited from the Department of Labor and Employment's Livelihood Assistance and Emergency Employment Program in the first 6 months of the year. Labor Secretary Benvenido Laguesma said that 1,062,499 informal sector workers benefited from the Integrated Livelihood Program and the Tulong Panghanap Buhay sa Ating Disadvantaged Workers or TUPAD program. The DILP provides grants assistance for the startup, enhancement, or restoration of lost livelihood for disadvantaged individuals or groups in the informal sector, while the TUPAD program provides temporary work to disadvantaged workers for 10 up to 90 days.
DWDD National News. Armed Forces Radio.
Okay, let's go back for the report of Meljoy from First CRG about the fleeing rebels left to lifeless CTGs so that our LAC residents benefit from joint AFP LGU medical and dental services.
Yes, Rolf, a total of 1,940 individuals benefited from an outreach program facilitated by the local government unit of Capas together with the Department of Health at Sitio Kalangitan, Barangay Kutkut 2, Capas, Tarlac on September 13, 2024. The dental team from Camp O'Donnell Station Hospital, the 3rd Mechanized Infantry Makatarungan Battalion, and the Philippine National Police personnel from Capas Municipal Police Station also participated in the activity wherein they provided medical services such as medical checkups with free medicines, laboratory services, dental services, optical services, circumcision, pedia checkup, chest x-ray, maternal cares, and free haircut services. Department of Health Undersecretary Dr. Maria Rosario Vergere emphasized the objective of their programs and services targeting different sectors of communities in the country. She then lauded the strong collaboration of the government agencies together with law enforcement agencies bridging the services to the people. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Colonel Ryan V. Villar, the acting commanding officer of the 3rd Mechanized Infantry Battalion, expressed his gratitude for the partnership and collaboration of the unit and the different agencies for the continuous delivery delivery of services to meet the needs and uplift the welfare of the people, especially in far-flung areas, while sustaining the peace and internal security in area of operations. Major General Andrew D. Costello, Philippine Army Commander of 7th Infantry Division, lauded the continued efforts of the Tarlac LGU, DOH, and the Army for bringing the basic medical services to the community that fosters unity and camaraderie. This is Mel Junesh reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Maljoy from First Year G. Let us hear more update from Sena about 9 CMO Battalion participates in the simultaneous distribution of government aid in Kamalig Albay.
The 9th Civil Military Operations Battalion attended the simultaneous distribution of comprehensive government assistance held at the Albay Farmers Bounty Village, Kamalig Albay on September 13, 2024. The event's highlight was the distribution of aid from key agencies such as DOLE, TESDA, DTI, and Department of Agriculture. The Sogord Fisher Folks Association, a friend rescued organization organized by the 9th CMO Battalion, received a motorized bangka to enhance the fishing capabilities of Sophia members, boosting their productivity and income. This event reflects the government's commitment to offering comprehensive local support and services, fostering sustainable development and stability in the region. This is Anna from Sulcom reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Sana.
DWDD National
Moving on to another story, the Commission on Elections issued Resolution 11064, which includes the prohibition and punishment of its misuse for disinformation and misinformation in connection for the upcoming midterm and BARM parliamentary elections. COMELEC Chairperson George Irvin Garcia emphasized the need to regulate the use of social media, AI, and other forms of digital campaigning. He said that they are sure that AI and deepfakes would be widely used. Under the resolution, the Commission also designated as implementing arm the Task Force Katotohanan, Katapatan, at Katarungan sa Halalan or Task Force KKK sa Halalan.
DWDD
Education Secretary Sonny Angara issued an order amending the Department of Education's Order Number 10, which outlines the policy guidelines on implementing the revised K-10 curriculum, also known as the Matatag curriculum. DepEd said the move was in light of its commitment in providing quality education through effective and efficient implementation of the curriculum. The agency emphasized that schools shall ensure fair and equitable distribution of teaching loads while protecting the overall welfare of teachers. Last August, Angara said that DepEd has been considering a more flexible implementation of the Matatag curriculum following the complaints from the teachers. Let us hear more updates from Beth about San Juan City Mayor Francis Zamora enlists as Navy reservists to boost disaster response.
San Juan City Mayor Francis Zamora enlisted as a Philippine Navy reservist during the AFP Reservist Enlistment event in San Juan City yesterday. The event, organized by the AFP Reserve Command, the Philippine Army, and the Philippine Navy, allowed residents to sign up as a reservist. Mayor Zamora emphasized his decision to join the Navy Reserve to enhance disaster response capabilities, particularly for flood-related rescue operation in San Juan. He stressed the importance of a proper training for effective assistance during emergency. This is Beth Taneta reporting for the AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Daniete.
DWDD National News.
Bureau of Corrections Director General Gregorio Catapan Jr. has ordered the creation of a technical working group to study the full implementation of the Good Conduct Time Allowance or GCTA. This comes after the Supreme Court ruled that all persons deprived of liberty are entitled to receive this benefit, even those convicted of heinous crimes. Katapang said that TWG has to determine how to recompute the time allowance per PDL. They will draft the implementing rules and regulations and submit them to the Department of Justice for guidance.
DWDD National News.
The new NAIA Infra Corporation or NNIC clarified that the present terminal assignments of the Ninoy Aquino International Airport will remain. NNIC General Manager Angelito Alvarez said the recent turnover of management and supervision of the NAIA will not immediately translate to new terminal assignments. Alvarez explained that the status quo remains in place as operations continue smoothly under the new management. He also assured travelers that any future temporary assignments or changes will be introduced gradually and strategically. And now to hear a report on the ground about AFP highlights crucial role of civilian employees during 124th Civil Service Anniversary. Go for the details, Jimboy.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines emphasized the crucial role of its civilian employees during the 124th Civil Service Anniversary celebration at Camp Aguinaldo, Quezon City. AFP Deputy Chief of Staff for Personnel Major General Romel Roldan highlighted the importance of the civilian workforce in ensuring the smooth functioning of military operation. The ceremony also included the oath-taking of newly appointed and promoted civilian personnel, along with the renewal of oaths by supervisor. Outstanding civilian employees in office were recognized for a valuable contribution to the AFP. This is Jimboy reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jimboy.
DWDD National News.
Senate Minority Leader Aquilino Pimentel III has filed a resolution urging the Senate to conduct an inquiry into the backlog of national ID cards. Pimentel emphasized the need to develop and execute a catch-up plan to resolve the backlog. As of August, the Philippine Statistics Authority has recorded over 89 million registrations under the PhilSys system, but only around 53 million physical ID cards have been distributed.
DWDD National News.
The southwest monsoon or habagat will bring cloudy skies with scattered rains over parts of Luzon and Visayas. According to Pagasa, Zambales and Bataan will have monsoon rains due to habagat with the possibility of flash floods or landslides due to heavy to intense rains. Pangasinan, Tarlac, Pampanga, Occidental Mindoro and Northern Palawan will also have occasional rains. Meanwhile, Metro Manila, Abra, Benguet, Nueva Ecija, Bulacan, Cavite, Batangas, Rizal, Oriental Mindoro and also the Romblon, Antique, Iloilo and the rest of Palawan and Ilocos region will have cloudy skies with scattered rains and thunderstorms. From Pasig, more updates from Ella Mercado about Pasig CPS supports national campaign to end OSA Inc.
The Pasig City Police Station expressed their support to national government's campaign to end online sexual abuse and exploitation for children. This after being attended in National Summit, which was also spearheaded by President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and DILG Secretary Benjamin Benhar Abalos Jr., which was carried out in City of Makati just recently. Under the theme, Iisang Nasyon, Iisang Aksyon, Tapusin ang Online Sexual Abuse and Exploitation of Children ngayon, Police Captain Rizal Guevara, Officer in charge of Station Community Affairs and Development Section of Pasig City Police, together with the Women's and Children's Protection Desk, launched their close coordination with local government unit and active information drive for this. And to avoid similar incident of the aforementioned issue, expect the presence of their police personnel to some areas and barangays covered by their city. The National Summit to End OSAEC is in promotion of the Department of the Interior and Local Government DILG and International Justice Mission IJC. This is Ella Mercado reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ella Mercado from Pasig City. From Palawan, more updates from June about Palawan celebrates 2024 Maritime and Archipelagic Awareness Month.
Department of Foreign Affairs Consular Office in Puerto Princesa, in collaboration with the provincial government of Palawan, the municipality of Kalayaan, the city government of Puerto Princesa, and Palawan State University, host this year's Maritime and Archipelagic Awareness Month celebration. The event Team Pamana ng Karagatan para sa Kinabukasan na Ating Ingatan took place from September 17 to 30, 2024, with activities scheduled across various venues in the city and province. The celebration aims to raise public awareness about the Philippines' identity as a maritime nation and archipelagic state, highlighting the importance of preserving the country's vast marine resources for future generations. As part of the series of activities, the DFAN's partners will engage the public through forums, educational exhibits, and community initiatives that underscore the nation's maritime heritage and the significance of ocean conservation. The Maritime and Archipelagic Awareness Month is celebrated annually to remind Filipino of the country's identity as an archipelagic nation with more than 7,000 islands and a coastline that stretches over 36,000 kilometers. The event aims to foster a sense of pride in the nation's maritime heritage while also encouraging active participation in the preservation of its natural marine resources. As the country faces numerous environmental challenges, including overfishing, marine pollution, and the effects of climate change, the Manamo celebration underscores the need for concerted efforts to protect and sustainably manage the Philippines' maritime domains, with Palawan's strategic location in the West Philippine Sea and its rich biodiversity. The celebration promises to bring focus to the critical role of maritime protection in the country's environmental and economic future. The 2024 Manamo celebration in Palawan, a comprehensive and impactful event, bringing together government agencies, local communities, and educational institutions to promote the protection of the country's marine resources. The organizers hope that through these activities, Filipino will not only gain a deeper understanding of their country's maritime legacy, but also be inspired to take action in preserving the oceans for future generations. And that's the latest update. This is Private Pelayo reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Junes Palayon.
DWDD National News.
Moving to another development story, Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin said that technology innovations of different stakeholders are also key to strengthening the current treat against climate vulnerability. He made the pronouncement at the Bagong Teknolohiya, Bagong Klima, Bagong Pilipinas Climate Change Summit presented by the Climate Change Commission. The Executive Secretary said they have to explore cutting-edge technologies that will revolutionize sectors vital to the nation's progress. Initiatives include resilient housing and sustainable urban development, renewable energy solutions, and climate-smart agriculture, among others.
DWDD National
The
News.
Department of Agriculture has endorsed funding for 1.2 billion pesos worth of agricultural development projects in northern Samar. These include the construction of farm-to-market roads in the municipalities of Mondragon, Lawang, and Las Navas. The said projects aim to boost northern Samar's agricultural sector and promote food security. Meanwhile, Governor Edwin Ongjuan also sought support for rice farm mechanization, the establishment of solar-powered irrigation, and the construction of a feed mill.
Armed Forces Radio.
For other updates, let us hear the details about AFP to verify alleged involvement of Army reservists in Kibuloy's Angels of Death. Go ahead, Leonor.
Yes, Rolf, the Armed Forces of the Philippines will verify reports of the alleged involvement of Philippine Army reservists in the so-called Angels of Death of Kingdom of Jesus Christ founder Pastor Apollo Kibuloy. In a press briefing at Camp Aguinaldo, Philippine Army, Deputy Spokesperson Colonel Ray Balido stated that the Army would coordinate with the Philippine National Police regarding this information. He He also mentioned that Sunshine Media Network Incorporated of KOJC is accredited as a reservist under the 2nd Signal Battalion of the Philippine Army and had undergone basic military training, though they are not armed. Colonel Balido also noted that they have no confirmation yet at Army reservists being part of the group. And this is Leonor reporting for AFP Community News 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Leonor. On the other line, let us hear from Rocky about NTF-ELCAC warns public of CPP-NPA's plan to revive Salugpungan schools in Davao.
Yes, Rolf, the National Task Force to End the Local Communist Armed Conflict warned the public about the Communist Party of the Philippines, New People's Army's plan to revive Salugpungan or Indigenous People's Schools in the Davao region. NTF-ELCAC Executive Director Undersecretary Ernesto Torres Jr. revealed an active campaign by the CPP-NPA to expand their presence in communities through the schools. He also exposed a group called Salugpungan International, which allegedly uses funds from foreign organizations to aid the communist movement. According to Undersecretary Torres, 40% of the funds support the Salugpungan schools, while 60% go directly to the community's insurgency. This is Rocky reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Rocky.
DWDD National News.
Authorities manning the country's borders were already alerted over the possible escape of former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque. Philippine National Police spokesperson Colonel John Fajardo said the customs is on alert and an immigration lookout bulletin has been issued. But Fajardo added that for now there is still no indication that Roque left the country based on the intelligence reports from the police and other agencies. PNP Chief General Romel Francisco Marbil earlier ordered the creation of tracker teams to serve the House of Representatives' arrest warrant against Roque.
DWDD Armed Forces.
And that's all for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us, especially to our audience in our Facebook page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates, same time and same station. Again, this is Ralph Susan for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Mga katropa, alam mo ba na ang DWDD 1134 kHz AFP Radio ay ang opisyal na radio station ng Sandatahang Lakas ng Pilipinas na binubuo ng Army, Navy at Air Force na siyang maghahatid sa inyo ng mga balita mula sa ating Armed Forces at iba pang impormasyon. Mga katropa, hanapin at ilike kami sa Facebook, Twitter at YouTube. DWDD AFP Radio, ang boses ng Kawal Pilipino.